But now by taking this leap, they're setting us up for further destruction.
Conservative commentator Dave Rubin made the most ridiculous comments that he's maybe ever made in his entire career. And it's because this is not only dumb, but it's something that is just clearly factually wrong, and that most people that aren't even into politics or this field understand. So I'm going to play this, and really, like, we're getting to the point now where it almost seems like criticizing Dave Rubin is like punching down, because this guy, I'm beginning to think there's something wrong, because I can't believe somebody is this stupid and that nobody corrected him after the first time he said this. So before I even need to, intro this, I'm going to play this video. I think most of you will catch on to what's wrong here.
But in essence, he now is going for a third-degree murder charge. And what's happening is you can sort of see that this whole thing is being set up so he's going to get acquitted, basically, of third-degree murder, because third-degree murder, without getting too much into all of the specifics, but you should do a little Googling on your own. In essence, third-degree murder is like if you drove your car intentionally into a crowd of people to kill a lot of people, or you started firing into a crowd intentionally, just maiming people. First degree and second degree, that's probably what's more applicable in this. But Keith Ellison is throwing that third degree charge in there in a way, in my estimation at least, because he wants riots and he knows that this will make it harder to convict. And thus, when he doesn't get convicted of all of the things, even if he gets convicted of first degree and second degree murder, which probably will happen, if he doesn't get convicted of third degree, that will be the excuse for the violence. And it is my belief at this point that the progressive wing of the Democratic Party wants violence. They want there to be mayhem. Those are their foot soldiers.
All right. Now, just to be clear here, the text that you saw on top, that was put on afterward by Dave Rubin Clips, which is making fun of Dave Rubin here. Because
First
they point out what he is saying here is clearly the opposite. Just the complete and most people that aren't even into this stuff know this because they've watched, Law and Order, or they've seen a TV show or a movie. They understand the differences between first, second, and third degree. First degree murder is intent and premeditated. Second degree is intent to kill but not premeditated. And third degree is no intent, not premeditated, but was reckless and you killed the person. So that's the differences there. But here he is treating third degree murder as the extreme. And the only reason, according to him, that Keith Ellison put that third-degree murder charge in there is because he definitely, talking about Derek Chauvin, definitely won't be convicted of that. So the intent of putting that in there, that charge in there, is to create riots. What are you talking about? And it's one thing to make this mistake once. You should never make a mistake this dumb, being a political commentator. But it's one thing to make this mistake once on your show. Maybe somebody corrects you afterwards. It's another thing to go on television the next day and make the exact same argument.
That's the point, that if they had gone for the first degree and second degree, virtually everybody across the political spectrum and all over the world would have said justice was done here if he was convicted of those two things. But now by taking this leap, they're setting us up for further destruction. They're setting us up for further upheaval. But in essence, you're making a great point here that Attorney General Keith Ellison, he's ramping up a charge that sounds like it will be very hard to convict on. So I think he's intentionally going with this high charge, and short of a full conviction. And I think whatever that means, even if there was a full conviction, they would still find a way to go ahead with the violence they have planned, because that's part of the battle right now. It's not just a legal battle, it's a cultural battle.
This is just shockingly stupid. To not make the mistake just once, but twice the next day on television. Nobody corrected him. Nobody that works for him on his show walked up to him afterward and said, "Hey, Dave, you kind of got that mixed up." I mean, it's amazing. And maybe part of the problem here is that Dave Rubin blocks everybody on Twitter. If you criticize him even one iota, he will block you. So anybody that would have corrected him here the first time, they're blocked. So he wouldn't have been able to see the correction. Goes on TV the next day, says the exact same thing. It is shocking just how dumb this man is.